Back on the Tech Sports Network, Greg Tedish, Assistant Sports Information Director. We are at the half on our segment, and our guest today, Braylon Rios, freshman for the UTech men's basketball team. Coming up on the holidays, and that means you finished your first collegiate semester. We'll start non-basketball related. Do you feel you're in the swing of things, and how did semester one go of college for you?
Semester one was just like, it was just getting into the groove of things, just fully like understanding what was going on, how much I need to study and whatnot. But I got it down for sure.
I know we talked to, and I read something about Darius Dorsey said, and we talked with him a little bit kind of after the fact that he had some difficulty when college first started trying to navigate the workload scholastically versus basketball. How much of a learning curve was there for you in that regard?
Oh, it was a lot. Just trying to balance everything. It's just like a huge workload. He told us about it too.
Oh, really?
Darius, yeah, he told us, he was like, it's going to be hard, but it like you'll get the hang of it.
How much mentorship have those senior guys given to you and the other freshmen and even some of the sophomores? Because I got to think you're kind of leaning on guys that have been here a little bit, and he seems to be one that's very outspoken on, look, this is how things are going to be. Here's what to expect. How much of the other guys kind of mentored you guys a little bit to give you some heads up on different things?
Oh, yeah, they mentor us a lot. It's just like they tell us like what to expect, everything, just like managing the workload, because they're like 4 or 5 years into it, so they know what they're doing.
What's the hardest thing for you scholastically?
Probably studying. Studying is just like you think you study enough, and then you just go into the test and you're like, well, I guess I didn't study that much.
So how was semester one? How were the finals? I know you had one back on Tuesday. Everything go well?
Oh yeah, it definitely did. I'm pretty sure I passed the exam.
So basketball-wise, coming out of high school in San Angelo, Texas, and here you are at the UHSP in St. Louis, how much did it match what was in your brain of what you thought college basketball was going to be all about?
I thought college basketball, like I knew it was like I expected it to be harder than like high school basketball, but I didn't expect it to be so like fast-paced compared to high school.
Does success matter? Who was it? It was Dwight Newsom. He sat in here and said that every time I come on the floor, I got to pretend like I'm the best guy out there. And if you don't have the right mindset. Yet everybody from their high school days is probably one of the better players on their team. They're probably more used to winning. So has that been any difficult sitting when you guys look at the record and it is what it is versus what you did in high school?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of rough, but you just got to like go on to the next game. You just forget about the last game. If it's a loss, like we'll learn from it.
Any game that you've enjoyed more than the others in the first 12 so far that you've played in your collegiate career? Does one stand out? I know it's early in all the games you're going to play, but do you have one that you've liked so far?
Oh yeah, definitely the first game versus Oakland City, because my first in-game dunk, and it was just the first game of the season. It was just a great game, honestly.
I've seen some of your dunks in high school. I know that was not an adrenaline-only dunk, so we'll expect to see some more from you. How much scout-wise do you have a chance to do all that with all the school learning and then the basketball stuff? Is it difficult to find time to put in the video work you guys need to do basketball wise?
Oh yeah, for sure. But we still find time to do it because like we want to win, so we just like we scout out.
Our At the Half segment, we're talking with Braylon Rios today. I've watched pretty much all of your games this year, and you guys look different in your last 4.5, 5 ball games. And I'm assuming you would echo those same sentiments. What's different now than the first 6 games or so that you guys played? I'm assuming you feel the same way. Why do you look different now?
I feel like we completely changed our mindset on things. Like we look at it differently now than what we did in the first couple 5-10 games.
Can you be more specific on that mindset? What area? I guess is what I'm asking.
Because sometimes in the game, you can tell like me too. We all do it. We hang our heads. We just like when we start losing, they go on a run, we just hang our heads. Mm-hmm. But now we're getting into the groove to where we understand that basketball is a game of runs, and we just need to make a run back and come back into the game. I
know that Jason Udalisa, I think if he walked in a building with his uniform on, people would think, holy cow, look at this guy. He must be a phenom on the floor. He's put up some numbers in the last 2 games that I think, at least I expected almost every game this year. And it's taken this long for him to sort of get to that. How good has he been the last 2 for you?
Oh, he's been really good. He's been putting up crazy numbers, and it's just that's the Jason that we know.
Any idea or read on why it took a long time, and not just for him, but anybody to sort of kind of get the wheels spinning in the right way that they can?
I think we were just all feeling each other out, just trying to figure out how each of us play. and just whatnot.
I know that you and Joseph Rowe are from the same town back in San Angelo. I know you're from different high schools, though. I don't know how much you guys interacted. I've seen some Twitter stuff back and forth that I think was communication when you guys were in high school. Is it nice being at a school with somebody who's got some familiarity of what home is for you, and you guys can kind of bounce stuff off each other?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and Joseph, we've been best friends since freshman year of high school. It's nice having somebody you know rather than just coming in not knowing anyone.
How much does that help you on the floor? Because I got to think camaraderie-wise that's good, but when you got somebody in your corner that you sort of know that kind of has your back inherently because you've got something like home in common and he sort of knows you more than these guys do, how much can that help you on a basketball floor?
Oh, it helps a lot because me and him, we played together like AAU-wise and like when we were at home. And he knows how I play. I know how he plays, and we know how to like mesh together on the court.
I think you got, 2 more games before the Christmas break. You're looking forward to a little time off, though, and probably go home a little bit and spend some time away from basketball and away from school.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm so ready to like just take a little break, give my body a nice little break.
So what does the second half look like to you in your mind? What does it have to look like? I mean, as far as being a contender in the conference, I don't think that's something most people are expecting, but those games haven't been played. Any idea of what your team can look like in half 2, given where you're sort of at right now and how much better you've been playing lately?
I feel like if we keep playing with like at the pace we're playing at, I feel like we have like we're on track to do really good. In my opinion.
I asked Landon Engelagi, and he was the first one I talked to after the first win. And I was so anxious for win number 1. You guys obviously more, but I was anxious for it just to see how the dynamic was different. Did that change anything? Did finally getting a dub look different in the locker room, look different in practice, look different mentally for the guys? Did it feel any different than the previous 11?
Yeah, the dub, it definitely felt great. It definitely boosted everybody's morale, like everywhere, like in the locker room, on the court. It just flipped a switch in us.
Is it difficult to you to go into different games because you don't know anything about these teams you're playing? I mean, in high school, you probably knew everybody by the time you were a senior. Well, you're having to start all over again. Like, who's Lion and who's Fontbonne and who's Central Christian? Do you like that aspect of it, or is that difficult for you?
I love it because it's just like you don't know what you're going up against. All you know is the scout that the coaches prepare for us, and I love it because it's just like you have to watch the scout and you just have to know what to do.
Appreciate the time. Good luck today. Merry Christmas to you. Good luck the rest of the year.
Sir, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Greg Tadish. That's our At the Half segment. Our guest today, Braylon Rios. Coming up, the College Cast crew breaks down the first half, including stats, next.